Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals. How you doing? Well, it's time. Time to use up some of those scraps from our project yesterday of cutting pictures out of an encyclopaedia. Now, this is a pretty fancy box. Jimmy Choo. I only know Jimmy Choo because I used to watch Sex and the City back in the day. I've literally never laid eyes on a pair of Jimmy Choo shoes. This is a Jimmy Choo box, and it's probably the closest I'll ever get. I rescued this from recycling. It was not mine. I didn't even know what it had in it, but yeah, it wasn't given to me. I just stole somebody's box before they threw it out. Such a nice box. Why would you throw such a nice box away? Anyway, on to other things other than Jimmy Choo. I'm going to use these encyclopedia pages, and I'm going to cover this box so I can stop saying Jimmy Choo. So that's the plan for today. I'm going to cover this box. I have several boxes like this covered in these sort of papers. This is what I tend to do with any sort of decent sturdy sort of box this size that sort of comes through my room. I like them to look like they belong here. So yeah, I'm just going to cover the top. The box is in good condition. It doesn't really need to be covered at all, but I just don't want a pale pink box in my room. So you will still be able to see the base of it, and maybe one day I'll get around to covering that too if it bothers me. But for now, I'm just going to cover the top, and yeah, hopefully that will do. I have no idea what I'm going to keep in this box, but a girl can't throw away a decent box. Just no chance. All right, guys, I will speed up this process. I am just sorting through these papers to work out which ones I want to use, and I will just be putting them on with straight PVA. So yeah, let's get along with it. And yes, this is the size of my PVA bottle, and this is why. I use so much PVA, it's crazy. Yeah, normally I mix it with water, but in this application I am just going to use it straight. It buckles less when you use it straight like this, and well, for this job I think it's important that it's a bit thicker than it would be if I mixed it with water. It will still buckle. I really don't have an issue with that so much, because in the end I'm going to sand it back, and I will sand those wrinkles down, and it will give me a nice raggy sort of cracked looking box. Yeah, that's the plan. That's what I like to do. So yeah, I'm just going to cover all of this in stages, and I'm not caring which way my pages go. I just want to cover it, and I will probably cover it in 2 layers because these are quite thin pages, and you can see the pink of the box through them quite, obviously. So I do want to give it a good coverage of paper, just so that it's not pink anymore. Right, I let that one dry overnight, and now I'm just going to do the sides. And yeah, the reason I didn't try and do it all at the same time was, well, I just don't want it sticking to other things. So I just did it in stages. I let the other 3 sides dry, and now I'm just doing the final side, and I will also do the folding over to the inside of the box to give it a nice neat edge. And yeah, then we will be totally covered and ready for the next step once it dries. Right, there we go. That's the whole thing covered. Well, the whole lid covered. And yes, we will let that dry, and then we'll come back and do the next bit, which will be to make it look a little bit better than it does right now. As you can see, it ended up quite shiny. That's just because the PVA was just straight PVA. And it's slightly sticky to the touch. It's not sticky, maybe tacky might be a better word. I don't know. It will probably always be like that, but not a problem because, like I said, we're going to send it back, so that will take the gloss off and then it won't be sticky anymore. So yeah, this is quite a well, it feels like a long process because yeah, it can get a bit fatiguing for the old arm and shoulder, but yeah, I'm just going to rub it back a little, which will take some of the paper off and thin it out in other places. But because we put on several layers, we won't go right through to pink. So yeah, and it'll definitely take that shine off. Okay, I'm happy with that for the top, and yeah, not to forget the sides. Let's give them a quick sand. Alright, as much as I enjoy sanding, that's enough. I am just going to grab a cleaning wipe so that I can give this a wipe down and take any dust off of it, and then we will move on to the bit that's going to make it just look that bit more special. Alright, this is ground espresso distress oxide, and I am just brushing it on lightly and then giving it a rub over with that damp cloth, just to rub it really into where it needs to be and clean it off of places where it doesn't. But you notice it still sticks around, it's not completely disappearing. And it's just showing up all those yummy grungy pieces where I've sanded back and the paper's sort of worn away or torn. So yeah, just making it look a little old and a little distressed, which is just how I like things. This is just a couple of boxes that I've done something similar to. Yeah, you can put pictures on them, you can put maps on them, obviously. Anything you want to do, you can put kids' picture book pictures on them. Yeah, dress them up however you like. So that's my rusty bits, and this one I just keep texture tools in. So yeah, you can use them for whatever you like. If you can find a box that you can rescue from the recycling, go for it. They're very handy, and you can make them anything you want them to be. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for being here today. I've enjoyed your company as always, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.